I'll walk you through the steps on how I grind my sweeping grindlines in. And you might have seen my previous video on how I go about laying out the grindlines. I'll show you how I go about it. This one is finished up to about 240 grit. I typically finish my chef size up to 400 grit. And this one has still a little bit to go to even things out. So I use a Burr King 2x72 with a couple of custom things I made. So my work rest is actually just this. This piece here is a fully hardened lathe bit, so it's hard and the edges are slightly rounded over. One of the benefits of using a work rest like this is it allows you to pretty much move your blade any which way you want when you grind. And it is important that this piece is fully hardened. If you use a soft steel and you have a hardened blade, the blade tends to dig in and grab, and then you have no way of smoothly getting the blade across the belt. So, and the other thing I use is a piece of glass on top of my platen. The glass is slightly smaller than the platen, and the edges are slightly rounded over broken, so the belt doesn't dig in. Same on the top. So, and that's not the original Burr King work rest. I made it all from aluminum scrap. I also modified my work rest. One that comes from the factory is not the greatest. This one, I have full adjustment. Down here, so I can slide it any which way I want. The other thing is my, I can slack my platen by just moving this part. It moves about a 1/4 inch down. And so I can adjust for wear in the platen. And then just the hose in there, so it's mitigates the heat buildup a bit better. And the other thing I like to do for my grinding, I typically have my platen tip back just slightly because I got lights overhead, so I can see the edges of the blade really well that way. And variable speed makes a huge difference. Next off is on how I go grinding.